If you've only got time for one thing in New York City, walking the Brooklyn Bridge is a great choice, and it's free. Come with us for a tour of one of the city's most iconic engineering marvels.
This is Magellan,
And this is Greyhound,
where we make videos about epic road trips, kayaking, hiking, and other outdoor adventures.
Your journey starts either in Manhattan across from City Hall or in Brooklyn on Washington Street. We'll be taking you over the bridge from Brooklyn since we prefer the views when approaching downtown Manhattan. Before we head over though, just know you can get a good look at it from Brooklyn Bridge Park on its south side or from Pebble Beach from the north side. Otherwise, you'll see this informational map right next to the stairs that you'll go up, and a no bike sign. For those who've never walked this used to be a shared pedestrian bike path, and there were occasionally angry exchanges. People blocking the bike path for a photo op, bikers whizzing in and out of the walking path. It could get ugly. Now the bike path is alongside the walking path. You'll also see these newer signs about climbing on the bridge. While you'll still see people doing it, there has been an increased police presence lately where they'll be telling people to get off. Always better to come here earlier in the day or during the week if you're looking to avoid the crowds. But during the summer, it doesn't really matter all that much. As you walk, you'll see the first of the two iconic limestone and granite towers with Gothic arches, each 278 feet in height with tens of thousands of miles of interwoven cables. You'll be able to check out a dedication plaque to the Roebling family who, not to be understated, had a monumental role in the design and construction of the bridge. This area has various displays on how the bridge was constructed as well. While you're walking, you'll likely notice a bunch of love locks randomly on the bridge. Inspired from bridges in Paris, Rome, and beyond, these locks used to be much more abundant, but are, as you can see, now a no-no. When the Brooklyn Bridge was built in 1883, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world, and took 14 years to complete. It won't take you 14 years to cross, but figure you'll need about 20 minutes if you just walk, and more if you take photos. And I'd about double that time if it's overcrowded. Some of the things you'll also see while walking are the Statue of Liberty to your left, and Midtown and the Manhattan Bridge to your right. Otherwise, how about them views? This really is a fantastic gateway into downtown Manhattan. I love how massive and distant the city feels, but then I feel like I'm becoming part of it as I get closer. You know that phrase, it never gets old? Well, I've walked over this more times than I can count, and it's still one of my favorite things to do. It's just not something I ever want to take for granted. Also, a lot of people, because they're usually staying in Manhattan, will walk across this to Brooklyn. And it's true, you can turn around and get these views, but it's not the same thing. Plus, Brooklyn isn't as cool to look at, and I love you, Brooklyn. You've got the best pizza. Just take the A or the C or the F subway line and walk across the bridge back into Manhattan. Trust me, I will die on that hill. These vendors are not allowed here anymore, by the way, so you won't see them. Oh yeah, and if you were wondering if it's worth coming here at sunset, yes, it absolutely is. Nothing like seeing New York Harbor and Lady Liberty in an orange glow, or the sick city skyline with the lights. One last thing, if you're looking for a cool urban walk, you can walk across the Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Williamsburg bridges, also called the BMW or Three Bridges Walk. It's a lot of fun. And that's the Brooklyn Bridge. Stay tuned for our next video where we show you arguably an even better view of the city, but across a different bridge. We'll see you on the trails or in the water.